Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear ones. Hope so you all are well by the grace of Allah Almighty. Students, in our previous lecture, we have completed unit number 1, which was about introduction to sets. But now we are going to start unit number 2, which is about natural numbers and whole numbers. So here is the unit number 2, natural numbers and whole numbers. In this unit, students, we will learn first one thing, that is natural numbers and whole numbers. Second one is the rules for operating on natural and whole numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Third one is to apply the properties of natural numbers and whole numbers like commutative law, associative law and distributive law. And the fourth one about decimal system, face values and place values. Before start the topic natural numbers, let's move in the past and see a little bit part history of numbers. It is interesting thing to have a knowledge of history of numbers. Students, can you know that number existed in the nature before man started counting? Yes, number existed in nature before man started counting. Natural numbers occur throughout the universe and permeate every aspect and form a nature. For example, the caveman, when he had one cow, drew a straight line on the wall of his cave and two lines for two animals, and then the result was in the form of S. As you can see that here is one line represent one and two lines represent two quantities. And also three lines represent three quantities and four lines represent four quantities and so on. From the first, this line system was started according to the number of quantities. As the time passed and need arises, the numbers are introduced. By thinking and observing, man counts the objects, and in this way, he introduced the counting. So let's move towards our today's topic, which is about natural numbers and whole numbers, and we will also discuss about their properties. First one is natural numbers. Students, natural numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and so on. But here you can see the definition that is given. Natural numbers are defined as the counting numbers, positive integers beginning with 1 and increased by 1 forever, as the starting number is 1 and coming number increased by 1, which means that 1 plus 1 2 and 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4 and so on increased by 1. Here is also a point to note that which is 0 is not a natural number. Students, here you can see that natural numbers are whole, totally positive numbers. Here is no any element or number which would be negative or in the form of decimals. They are never negative numbers or fractions. The mathematic symbol for a set of natural numbers is represented by capital N. Here is the example of a set of natural numbers. As we can see that natural numbers are also represented in a curly bracket and all the elements inside it. As here you can see that the set of natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and so on. Now, how to represent natural numbers on a straight line? Students, you can see that here is a straight line and the numbers are represented here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. The dotted lines represent the numbers are continuous going on. A thing noticeable in this diagram is that the numbers are in equal parts from each other, as you can see clearly from this diagram. The natural numbers are represented in equal distance apart, and the arrow represent the numbers are going on. Now students, natural number consists of two sets, odd number sets and even number sets. In odd number sets, as we know that the elements are 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on, and even number sets contains the elements 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. We can see that in both of these sets the elements are subset of natural numbers. Students, in order to write both of these sets in set builder form, so we can write it as x such that x is an even natural number, and second one is x such that x is an odd natural number. Now let's move towards the whole numbers. As whole numbers are those which consist of 0 and all the natural numbers are also included. Here is the definition given of whole numbers. The set of numbers that includes all the natural numbers and 0. Here is the set given, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on, continues going on. In this set, the natural numbers are starting from 1 and the digit 0 represent this set as a whole numbers. So the question is arises, that is, what is the difference between natural number and whole numbers? So as we know that natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and continues going on, and the whole numbers start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The difference in both of these set is 0. Now the question is arises, is 0 a natural number? So as we know that natural numbers start from 1, so 0 is not a natural number and 0 is positive or negative. The answer of this question is, students, you all can see this diagram that is given here, positive and negative numbers. The 0 is present in the center and onward are the numbers positive and backward are the numbers negative. We can see that 0 is neither positive nor negative. Now the representation of whole number on a number line. We can represent whole numbers on a number line as same as we can represent natural numbers on a number line. But the difference is that the number lines of natural numbers starting from 1 and the number lines of whole numbers starting from 0. Now what is the relationship between natural numbers and whole numbers? As all the elements of natural numbers are also present in the whole numbers and there is just one element 0 that is not present in the natural numbers. So we can say that natural numbers are the subset of whole numbers and whole number are superset of natural number. Now students, let's move towards some rules for natural and whole numbers. The rules for natural and whole numbers are, first one is about natural numbers. When two natural numbers are added, the sum is always a natural number. So I am highlighting this one, natural numbers. When two natural numbers are added, the sum of the natural numbers would always be a natural number. For example, we can see that 10 plus 90. Both of these numbers are natural numbers and the result is 100. So 100 is also a natural number. 100, 90 and 10 are natural numbers. Similarly, the sum of the two whole numbers. Now here whole numbers is always a whole number. For example, 0 plus 10, as we can see that both of these numbers are belongs to whole number. 0 is also whole number and 10 is also whole number. And the result is equals to 10, which means that the sum of the whole numbers is always a whole number. This is called Closure property of addition. Now let's see how to add numbers on a number array. Adding numbers on the number array is very simple. For example, to solve 5 plus 4 on the number array, begin at 5 and move 4 steps to the right and land at 9. Therefore, 5 plus 4 is equal to 9, which means that by solving 5 plus 4, first of all moves to the digit 5 and then by adding plus 1, plus 1, plus 1 and plus 1 4 times. So it means 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. We can use the number line to solve these sums. Let's see here, when a natural number is subtracted from another, the result may not be a natural number. For example, 50 minus 60 is equal to minus 10. As both of these numbers are natural numbers, but the result is not natural number. This is a negative number. 50 and 60 are natural numbers, but minus 10 is not a natural number. In another example, 80 minus 80 is equal to 0. 80 is a natural number. We can see that 80 is a natural number, but 0 is not included in the natural numbers. So, the Closure property does not apply to the subtraction of natural numbers. Now let's see how to subtract natural number from another natural number with the help of a number array. To subtract one natural number from another, we move in opposite direction. To solve 8 minus 3, begin at A. Move 3 steps to the left. Therefore, 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. First of all, move to the digit 8 and then move 3 steps to the left. And the answer would be 5. Next topic is properties of 0 and 1. So let's see the properties of 0 and 1. Properties of 0 are, we can see here. Let's see property number 1, which is if 0 is added to any number, the identity of the number does not change. It means that if we add 0 to any number, then the answer would be that number instead of 0. For example, 2 plus 0 is equal to 2. Means add 0 sweets to 2 sweets, there are always 2 sweets. And also 0 plus 115 is equal to 115. This is what we call additive identity. And here is the additive identity, that is 0. Property number 2 is if 0 is multiplied by any number, the result is always 0. For example, we can see here 7 multiplied by 0 is equal to 0 means 7 zeros equals to 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. 7 times 0 and the answer would be 0. Similarly, by multiplying 15 to 0, the answer is 0, and by multiplying 0 to 94, the answer is 0. Property number 3 is if 0 is divided by any number except 0, the resulting number is 0. For example, we can see here 0 divided by 3 is equal to 0 means 0 sweet distributed amongst 3 children, each child gets 0. Because here are not sweets that can be distributed among 3 children. The other examples are 0 divided by 12 is equal to 0 and 0 divided by 39 is equal to 0. Let's see, here is a note and we have to go through it. It is interesting. Division of any number by 0 is meaningless. How division of any number by 0 is meaningless? Let's see detail. For example, if 100 sweets are shared by 10 girls, each girl gets 10 sweets obviously. Thus 100 divided by 10 is equal to 10. Next example is if 100 sweets are shared by 50 girls, each girl gets 2 sweets. Thus 100 divided by 50 is equal to 2. And the next example is if 100 sweets are shared by 0 girls. 0 girls means each girl, here is no each girl would be present to which the sweets will be shared. So each has no meaning here. Therefore 5 divided by 0 or 8 divided by 0 or any number like 100 divided by 0 have no defined result. Now let's move towards the properties of 1. And the property number 1 is multiplication of any whole number by 1 leaves the whole number unchanged. Means if we multiply the digit 1 to any whole number, the result would be that whole number. For example, 5 multiplied by 1 is equal to 5. There is no changing and the answer is same as that number. 12 multiplied by 1 is equal to 12. Let's see another example. 305 multiplied by 1 is equal to 305. This is called the multiplicative identity, and the multiplicative identity is 1. Second property is division of any whole number by 1 leaves the number intact. Means there will be no changing in that number. For example, 85 divided by 1 is equal to 85. 0 divided by 1 is equal to 0. Students, this was all about natural numbers and whole numbers and their properties. Make your interest in whole numbers and natural numbers and also understood these all concepts. So stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.